Brad Pitt reuniting with Quentin Tarantino in final film the movie Critic. Wonder how many of his regulars are gonna end up in it for one last hurrah. It takes place in California in 1977 and is based on a guy who really lived, but was never really famous, and he used to write movie reviews for a porno rag. Deadline article wonders aloud if Pitt could actually be reprising Clip Booth. Colin Farrell wanted the Penguin to be over. I never want to put that fucking suit and that fucking head on again. The makeup is the main reason I was so surprised they were doing a TV show with him. Must be a crazy amount of work for the team and terribly uncomfortable for the actor. There's too much fucking shit on me. I can't see shit out the sides of my eyes, I'm ripping the fucking head off. It may be a pain in the ass for Colin Farrell, but the makeup/prosthetic of the Penguin are legitimately some of the best I've ever seen. I don't wanna be around anymore. New poster for The Apprentice. Sebastian Stan is actually only 82 stories tall, he's wearing lifts. Why does Jeremy Strong look like evil Obama? Jeremy Strong could also play Stephen Miller. Firewatch is such a beautiful game. I played this game right before the Stanley Parable, Ultra Deluxe. I never played it before so you can imagine my surprise, when playing the Stanley Parable, at some point I got teleported into Firewatch's map. It was surreal lol. If you like this art style and overall coziness, try The Long Dark. Bummer the studio is stuck in Valve's basement somewhere. Ugh, it's an open world game. I prefer something with walls. Big, insurmountable walls. In Fifth Element, 1997, the case that the stones are put into in 1914 is the same case that Zorg gets later, but it's missing one of the handles. The missing handle is in the gauntlet that is used to regenerate Lilug. Handle not important, only life important. Love this movie. I've watched the film many times, but this is the first time I noticed the handle in the regeneration chamber. New poster for A Quiet Place, Day 1. Conceptually, this is an amazing poster. Real interested in knowing just how long it took before they realized the aliens were blind, and really only reacted to hearing them. This is an incredible poster. That is a good fucking poster. First image of Ben Affleck and John Bernthal in The Accountant 2. Autistic Hitman was such an insane premise, I'm shocked it wasn't awful. I unabashedly love the first, so I'm excited for this. I like Ben. He makes shitty life choices, seems to be impulsive and then lives with regret but keeps going. Dragon Age, the Veilguard patch notes sure make it sound like BioWare's basically done with the game now. IGN. It sold half as many copies as they expected. EA isn't likely to throw much more money at this game to do updates. Well, say goodbye to Dragon Age as an IP. Off to the vaults it goes with Saints Row. My only hope is they correctly identify why it was a failure rather than blaming it on the IP. Sound like BioWare's basically done. TBF, you can't plan to support a game when Papa EA is going to take you behind the shed any day now. Anthony Mackie says he doesn't think Cap should represent the term America. Captain America and Superman should always represent the best in humanity. I mean, even in the comics Captain America was anti-America from time to time. He believes in what America was supposed to be, not what it is now. If there's corruption, you know damn well he'll fight it. Hell, even in the MCU he went rogue. Ice-T got asked if Law and Order, SVU will go back to normal after it started going woke. He responded, "What the F is woke? Like I give a F. Hold up. You're telling me that some sick bastard watched SVU and thought it didn't treat marginalized people badly enough?" Ice-T, doing his usual exemplary exposition. Imagine having the insolence to ask that question to Ice-T of all people. I sat next to Ice-T at the Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire premiere, and I can confirm that he's a genuinely good guy. He took the time to talk to every single person in our row and signed a bunch of autographs after the premiere. I don't even know how the show can go woke, they go everywhere. It's the show that had trans people as normal people, back in the 2000s, but also has pedophiles be victims also, such as that teenager who hated what he wanted to do to kids. John Amos, Good Times dad and Roots star, dies at 84. Goodbye, Mr. Cleo McDowell, owner of the beloved McDowells. I am rewatching West Wing and he was terrific in it. RIP, loved his stuff. Man, a ton of celebs passed in the last 48 hours. First image of Brad Pitt and George Clooney in Wolves. Two lone wolf fixers are tasked with working together for their next job. I assume Matt Damon is also in this. That's crazy. Next thing you know, an older, even lonelier wolf, long retired, may be consulted, and offer some comic relief. Now I would certainly watch something like that. Is their next job robbing a casino? Where have I seen those two before? Will Pitt also be snacking on something in every other scene? Pamela. She's been known to bend the truth. Every girl has skipped PE for her period even when it's a sport they normally enjoy playing. The gym periods that covered sports you played competitively were insufferable. TBF, if I was good enough to play a sport at a collegiate level, I would not want to play that sport in gym class. Burn in hell. Friends actor Jane Sabet reveals abuse she received for playing a lesbian. Crazy how people think fictional characters are real. I think Friends is the reason that despite growing up in a rural area I have always been accepting of homosexuality. I remember seeing the wedding episode at what would have been 8 or 9, and just assuming it was normal. I remember later in life hearing about gay marriage, and being surprised that it was something people had an issue with. I liked Carol, fuck Susan though. In Deadpool and Wolverine, 2024, the opening scene, in which Deadpool desecrates Logan's corpse, is set to the song Bye 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 in Sync. These is a callback to X2, 2003, where it's stated that Logan hates that song. I don't think it's ever stated. They get in Cyclops' brand new, at the time, Mazda RX-8 to escape the mansion, and when he turns on the vehicle the song starts blaring on the radio. All four of the people in the car cringe and Logan immediately shuts the radio off. I had no idea this was a reference. I thought it was just more millennial pandering like the entire rest of this movie, which I love. BTW. Like and subscribe.